So despite COVID-19, 3 startups are born every second. People see the opportunity to sell face masks or build apps to manage the COVID travel nightmare that we see today. But the problem is that 95% of startups fail. And this is the stats that Y Combinator, Paul Graham, have proven to be true. And of course, we don't want to be amongst the 95% of startups that fail. These are the reasons why startups fail. Either they build something nobody wants, or they run out of cash, or not the right team, or they get out-competed. These are significant challenges for entrepreneurs to try to overcome. The problem, of course, for investors is that their portfolio, and this is from a report done by OECD in 2011, generally an investor is lucky if 1 out of 10 of his investments gives a good return. And I don't know if anyone's ever read this book, The Black Swan, but generally the problem is, or what the theory suggests is, what you don't know is far more important than what you do know. And for investors, you can use all your knowledge to find the best investment deals, only to be proven wrong by one black swan event. So this is one thing that Steve Blank came up with. It's called the investment readiness indicator. And he thought that the more people or entrepreneurs have gone through this process, the more ready, or the more likely they are to be a good investment deal for investors. But at one of our events, somebody asked me, how can we gamify the startup process, James? And that got me thinking, oh, that's an interesting question. So ultimately, I think it was after reading Scaling Lean, Ashmore's book, because I was struggling with this problem for quite a while, we came up with our startup race methodology. And our idea is that we have a league table that changes every week based on the amount of traction that entrepreneurs have been able to achieve. And what this gives us is an ability to measure what people do rather than what they say, and which is very useful for an investor, given the fact that entrepreneurs are very good at telling stories and manifesting their salesman skills. So Mike and I have come up with a solution. Last year we ran a £1,000 startup race, and I'm excited to announce something completely new. So the idea is that entrepreneurs can sign up for our free accelerator program on LeanStack. We run a hackathon to enable the teams to come together and establish a new business, and then we run a £10,000 startup race. And the hope is that investors will be able to spot entrepreneurs who are a worthy investment deal. And at some point in the future, we hope to run a £300 startup race, and then ultimately a £1 million startup race, where these prizes are investment deals. And of course, the entrepreneur, they can just concentrate on growth hacking their business rather than pitching to hundreds of investors, because and they also win a cash prize. For entrepreneurs, it's a very sobering fact to realize that only 1% actually gets a startup deal. Generally, most startups, entrepreneurs, and Elon Musk, for a long time before he managed to get his investment deal. So anyway, if you're interested in taking part in our £10,000 startup race, then you can register here. This is on our website. It's just /third-1000-startup race. So there we go. That's our big secret announcement, exciting announcement made. And it's time to